Hello, how are you doing? My name is Curtis and you're watching Positive Breaks. I hope that you are doing well. So today in this video, I'm going to be talking about my trip to Zambia a little bit. I've been meaning to talk about my trip to Zambia for a very long time now. I just didn't really have the words to say or the ideas on how to do it, so I thought I would just pull out some of my souvenirs and just chat a little bit. So it was quite the trip. It was a very, very long travel to get there, but it was life-changing. You guys saw that when I got back from Zambia, I kind of put a pause on the hobby of card collecting and making videos. It took me a long time to process what was going on and kind of change my priorities and what I kind of thought was important. And I really focused on family for a good couple months, because that's where it led me, was that family was more important than baseball cards. Family was more important than YouTube. Family was more important than friends I haven't met. I mean, I don't want that to sound bad. I think you guys understand what I mean, though. I have so many friends on YouTube, and you guys are all watching me right now, and I am so grateful for you guys. And someday I hope that we do get to meet. But as much as it might be hard to say, my family is more important than you. I think you can agree with that. I think your family is probably more important to you than I am. But that's kind of where I was at for the last couple months. My wife, she just went to Zambia. She just got back. So as you can imagine, that was quite a challenge for me, being a stay-at-home dad and a full-time care provider and working full-time as well. It was a challenge. We made it through, but I was so excited that my wife was able to go to the same area that I went and to just be a good positive influence for those there. One of the things that she told me that just really warmed my heart was that the kids remembered me. And she said it wasn't just that they remembered you, it's that when I described you and said, "Do you remember Curtis, the courteous one?" That's how I described myself. And the kids, she says, their faces lit up with joy. They were so excited to meet her because I kept telling them that she's coming next. And I think it was just the realization that I was being trustworthy and truthful and that I wasn't lying to them. And they could see that. They could see that by my wife going next. And they just loved me there. We had so much fun. But I've been talking in just real generalities right now. But it was great. We visited, my team visited 4 of the 5 schools they have. They have 5 schools there that are absolutely free. The organization, African Vision of Hope, they provide a free lunch for all the students. They provide all the textbooks, and they pay for all the teachers. Everything is taken care of by donations and by sponsors over here in the United States, and they're able to offer school for free, which is huge because school is not free in Zambia. It costs money to go to school, even the government-led schools. So a lot of these children, a lot of these students who are in low income or in poverty, who, as they call it, living in the bush, so living out in the woods, living in huts made out of bricks or dirt, with some of them had like a straw roof, a lot of them had dirt floor, no running water. But anyways, they weren't able to go to school because they couldn't afford it because of their living conditions and just their low income. So these kids would have to work. They would have to go to work at a really young age to try to bring in some money to help support their family, either because their family was not educated and they couldn't get higher paying jobs, or because family members had passed away due to the high AIDS risk in the area. So there's boys who are 8 or 10 who are trying to step into that primary income winner for the family, and that is so tough. So African Vision Hope is all about alleviating poverty through education. So once these students get their education, they're able then to get a higher paying job, and they're able to lift their family, lift themselves out of poverty. So they're able to do that through this free education. So that is humongous. Another big part of it is they have African Mission Hope has three, I almost want to say like orphanages, but not really an orphanage, more like a rescue home. They have one that is just for girls, there's one that is co-ed, and there's one that is just for boys. And our team got to visit all three of them. I actually fell ill. I got a little sick on the trip, so I didn't get to join the team for the last couple of days. I stayed back in the home we were staying in. But the team got to visit all three rescue homes, and I got to visit two of the three. But just to hear these stories of these kids whose parents passed away and who've been mistreated by other family members or by trusted advisors, and just how bad and how hard life is for them to be in these rescue homes and to have that access to school and education and to get meals and to get electricity and running water. That was just everything to them, and it really, really made their day. So I didn't really have a script. I'm just kind of, as thoughts come to my head, I'm going to talk about them. I think I'll do this a couple different times, but I don't want these videos to get too long, so let me talk about these now. One of the days we went to one of the markets where African Vision of Hope, they like to send their visitors because they know that they are not, it's not a tourist trap, it's not just imported items from China or from wherever. It's actually artists in the area who are making these items and selling them so they can support their families. So from one of the vendors, one of the booths, one of the artists, I bought these three carved from wood animals. This warthog here really caught my eye, this Pumbaa, as I called him, because my sons love Lion King. It really caught my eye. So trying to help make a sale, the artist gave this one to me for free. He said if I would buy two other wood carvings. So make it what you will. I ended up picking out the rhino and the elephant. I just love how they look, and I just think he did a great job making them, carving them, and really, really cool attributes about this. These carvings, they're made of this special wood. I forget what it's up in my head. I'm sure I could Google search it. I'm sure you can Google search it. But this wood naturally has this dual colors, this black and this white. It's not two different pieces like glued or fused together. This is just one piece of wood with these multiple colors in it. And I just loved it. I loved how it looked, and I think they did a great job. So I got the warthog, I got the elephant, and I picked up the rhino. Kind of my mindset was to give them to my boys to play with, but they immediately played with them too rough. And a couple of the other items that I'm going to show in future videos kind of broke. So I said, oh, wait. I'll hold on to these for you. Maybe I'll give them to you when you get older, when they will just be display pieces and not toys to play with, because they're too special to me to be ruined by playing rough with them. But anyways, these are some souvenirs I picked up from Zambia. The warthog, the rhino, and the elephant. I really hope that you enjoyed some of these stories, this taste, this introduction to my trip, and I look forward to sharing more with you in the future. So, my name is Curtis. This is Positive Breaks. Stay positive, break open something new. Bye!